Welcome to Ames, Iowa, home of the Cyclones of Iowa State, as we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the West Virginia Mountaineers, taking on another team from the Big 12 in an intra-conference matchup, the Iowa State Cyclones. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Paul. And the Mountaineers will kick it away to start. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Iowa State's offense will have first crack at this one. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did, and he was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Well, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him, because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup. And you know, you want to slow him down, like make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get his.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. To the air on first down. Here comes the heat. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Robinson. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. If this offense had a little extra time to think about it, let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. Quarterback gets the first down. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. And the Cyclones come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's got an open man. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. The Cyclones, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Cyclones! Quick strike through the air for the score.
You talk about ball control offense. This offense just held the ball for the whole first quarter and then some. Strung a drive together, making the great plays when they needed them. That's a great opening statement from this offense.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Hamilton. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So West Virginia's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
The Mountaineers in the hurry-up. The play-action fake. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Iowa State. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field?
West Virginia, 0.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hamilton. And the returner will be brought down. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. Pulls it in. It's Brown. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. Gonna look downfield again. Unloads to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And the Mountaineers send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Leaves it with the back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pressure coming. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Caught near the sticks. It's Robinson. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Looking to throw on first down. They're working that left side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Under fire. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping two hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. The QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals.
Picks up the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Took them nearly the entire first half, but finally a red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. Off the RPO, complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it set up on the outside. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Mountaineers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Unleashes to the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection. 4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Bringing it back. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. No surprise, looks as if they'll be content just to head to the locker room. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, looks like the magic from Hilton Coliseum has rubbed off on both teams there so far in Ames. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Jack Trice Stadium.
And the Cyclones will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Finds his tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. And the Mountaineers want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the grab down the middle. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many.
Oh, he's got some space. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. The Mountaineers have their offense in high gear.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
And the Mountaineers will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that is an excellent punt as it lands out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. He'll ride his man on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20. Finding open areas. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They'll run the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Mountaineers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the catch. It's Vaughn. At the 40, there he goes. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it. And the
defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
And the Mountaineers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Makes the grab. It's Hubbard. Making a little bit of progress there. He gets it to the 40 before getting out of bounds. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Here's the handoff. Brought down at the 21, but a really big play there to pick up 10. Ball spotted at the 21. It's 1st down. To the ground. He's got it again. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Finds the tight end. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The Cyclones have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brown. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Last play didn't go well. It leaves them with 2nd and 11. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air on 2nd down. Zings it complete to the right. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. Never a doubt. And now the lead is extended a little further. check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Indiana is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point. But you take a look at the scoreboard, and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by a field goal over Illinois. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Mountaineers will hustle to the line.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch them sleeping.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Makes the catch. It's Vaughn. He'll be brought down at the 32-yard line. Good job by the defense to keep him away from that first down marker. It's 4th down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Got it in the middle. It's Vaughn. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot. Snags it on the right. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Shoots it to the left. Touchdown, Mountaineers! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a one-possession game. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. So just over 90 seconds to go, and this game's probably going to come down to whether they can recover this onside kick. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and